Hello, second channel people. Welcome to the first official second channel video. I just want to say, guys, the support on the second channel has been nuts. I think we're on nearly 10,000 subs now, which is crazy. And now, before any of you point it out, I put this orange shirt on this morning. I don't want to see any comments that I look like Quebblecop. All right, just because I've got an orange shirt on and my hair's curly, I'm not Quebblecop. If I start making GTA videos, then the comparisons are allowed. But until then, no. Now, guys, you know what's been on my mind? The animal kingdom. You know, you've got all these animals out there, like these documentaries on Nat Geo where you see an animal frolicking through the fields and then it gets chased by a gigantic predator. It's sort of like Pokemon in real life. Animals are great, you know? They're sort of like the only things on Earth that aren't human. It's pretty cool. And the more I think about animals and how much I love them, the first question that comes to my mind is, realistically, which ones could I beat in a fight? So I thought, why not answer that question? And I found this tier list here of animals that I could potentially beat in a fight. Now, I'd just like to preface before we get into this, I wouldn't attack or harm any animal. I think that's just important to get out of the way. You know, I love all animals equally, except for spiders. Yeah, I would most definitely not harm any of these animals. But with that said, onto the tiers. So we've got, I would paint the walls in their blood. They'd get a few hits in, but ultimately I would win. It'd be a close one, but I'd win. 50-50 chance that I win or lose. It'd be a close one, but I'd lose. I'd get a few hits in, but I'd lose. I'd get torn to shreds, and I'd be scared to even fight them. Which, I mean, I think they're pretty solid rankings. And it's important to note, all of these battles are going to be just pure hands, pure fists. Okay, no weapons, no weapons. That's unfair. It's just fists. And whatever they have, claws or talons or beaks. Also, if I sound stuffy, guys, I'm incredibly bad with hay fever, which is ironic. You know, I'm talking about battling animals and I can't even battle pollen. If pollen was on here, it would most definitely go to the bottom of the list. I'd get torn to shreds. I am getting torn to shreds. So without further ado, let's get into it. First up, Red Lobster. You know, much like the American restaurant chain. Now, I'd just like to preface, before we get into this, is all the animals that are underwater, I feel like I'd have a massive disadvantage. I'm not the greatest swimmer. If the fight's going to take place underwater, I have to hold my breath. Which, if I had to hold my breath in a fight above water, that would be difficult, never mind under the water. And you lose a lot of power in the water. It doesn't mean that I can't pull them up out of the water. Now, I think with a lobster, once I'm down there, I can pull it up and sort of, it's got a hard shell, but on the floor, one jump and it's dead. You know what I mean? One solid hard jump and the thing's gone. I guess he could potentially pincer me, but this one's a pretty solid, I'd paint the walls in their blood. I mean, it's just too easy. Okay, now a zebra. Basically, a fancy horse. A horse with stripes. Now, I'm not going to lie. I don't think I could even beat one in a fight. With my bare hands, I don't even know how I would go about injuring a horse with my bare hands. And I think zebras are slightly bigger. Maybe they're not. I don't know. I think this one is, I'd get a few hits in, but I'd definitely lose. You know, I'd get a little whack in, but I'm gone. I'm gone. No chance. Okay, what's this? Like a dormouse or a mouse? I mean, it would escape. If we're counting escapes, then it would win. But I'm going to say that every animal I'm fighting wants to fight me too. I think that's important to mention. Because a lot of these animals could just run away. I know that is part of a fight. You can just run. But I'm going to, for the preface of this video, I'm going to say that they want to fight me too. And a mouse, I don't need to describe, but it's easy. You know, like the juicer from That's So Raven? It would be one of those. Not that I would do any of this stuff, but it's strictly for science purposes. Okay, now this. What's this? A deer? An elk? Some forest-based antlered animal. See, it's these horse-type things. Anything big with 4 legs and antlers, I don't know if I stand a chance. Now, the thing is with this, I think it's probably slightly more dainty than a zebra, but it has antlers. The antlers are an attack. It's like 5+5 attack. You know what I mean? It would trample me. It would pierce me with an antler. I mean, just think about it. If you get punctured with an antler, it's over, really. You're not recovering from that. I mean, the second an antler goes in, the fight is pretty downhill for me. Now, that's a solid, I get a few hits in, but I would lose. Okay, what's this? A lizard of some sort. Now, I apologise if I get this wrong. A lizard, chameleon type creature. It doesn't say here what they are, and the pictures are cropped. So, it's got a long tongue, like Yoshi. It could bite me, but honestly, you're grabbing it and you're smacking it. You know what I mean? I think it would get a few hits in, but ultimately I would win. It would attack me, it would bite me, but it's heyday for that thing. Okay, a squid. Again, underwater, so there's a bit of a disadvantage, but what could a squid do? It could ink me. You know, it could splat me and I'd be blind. If it inked me and I'd be blind, then it would be tough. But is it going to beat me? How's it going to kill me? I mean, if it sucked onto my face, I maybe would suffocate. That's a good point. It could grab onto me, but you twist. Okay, I think that one is they'd get a few hits in, but ultimately I'd win. You know, he'd stick onto me. If he got on my face, it's game over. But how likely is that? If he inks me, I think once it's in your hands, it's fine. But then would it slip out? Do you know what? I'm moving it down to it would be a close one, but I'd win. Right, a brown bear or a grizzly bear or a bear. A general bear. As you can tell, my animal knowledge isn't that great. I'm too scared to fight that. No chance. That's one of those where, I mean, if you've seen The Revenant, I'm done. There's no chance. Absolutely no chance. Okay, a hippo. Did you guys know hippos are responsible for so many deaths? I've seen videos of what hippos can do to people, and it's crazy. Now, fun story, I actually had a Kinder Joy the other day. Those things slap hard, but I opened it, and the toy inside was actually a little model hippo. I just spent the last 20 minutes looking for it, and of course I can't find it, but I'll see if I can find an image. And that thing alone scared the shit out of me. And it was about the size of half of my finger. So I don't know what a real-size hippo would do to me, but no chance. I think a hippo could open its mouth and swallow me whole. That is an absolute, I'd be too scared to even fight it. Have you seen how fast they run as well? They run incredibly quickly for their size. Yeah, no, a hippo could kill me in so many ways. It would be scary. Okay, a turtle. With a turtle, the shell on its back realistically gives it a massive advantage. You know, it's like a sort of a defense. You know, if this was a Souls game, that would be plus a lot of defense. Anything I'm doing to the top of the shell isn't going to work. Nothing at all. It would have to all be underbelly and head. And those are pretty solid things. I think realistically, I'd say it'd be a close one, but I'd win. No, do you know what? It'd be a close one, but I'd lose. It's underwater, but I feel like if it's underwater, the time it would take me to do any damage to that thing, I would have drowned. The fight with the turtle would be me under the water, repeatedly trying to do some damage to the shell. I would do nothing, and then I'd drown. A tiger. Yeah, I'd be too scared to even fight that. No way. Absolutely no way. Do I even need to elaborate? I'd get killed. A wolf? Now, a singular wolf. If a wolf came at me, I would shit myself. I'd give it a go, though. I think I'd give it a go, but I would get torn to shreds. I would die immediately. They hunt in packs, but if it's on its own, it doesn't make a difference. A parrot. They'd get a few hits in. You know, it'd be a few wing flaps, a few beak pecks. They're pretty big. They're pretty big things, you know what I mean? But, you know, Polly would get pulverized. Komodo dragon. Yeah, no chance. I would be too scared to even fight that thing. Have you seen the video of 2 Komodo dragons fighting? That alone is scary enough, never mind it fighting me. I think I might be wrong, but I think the whip of a Komodo dragon's tail could probably break my arm. Or my legs, or both of them. Who knows? And they run incredibly fast. I don't even think I could outrun it. A lion. An eagle, or bald eagle, or an eagle. Now, they have incredibly strong and tight claws, and sharp claws, and a sharp beak. I'd give it a go, but I would most definitely get torn to shreds. Pincers straight, or in the eyes, you're gone. A rhino. I don't think there's anything I or any other human on the planet could physically do to a rhino with their bare hands. You are not doing any damage to a rhinoceros. Realistically, I feel like the eyes are a weak point of any living creature, but that horn, that weight, no, I'd die, but I would be too scared to even fight it anyway. Okay, this dinky little bird. Okay, a panda bear. Now, whilst they look cute and cuddly, and a lot of people love them, these things are supposedly very vicious. I'm not entirely sure if they attack humans, but obviously in this context we'd be fighting. Now, with pandas, I'm almost exactly convinced every single video, or even in real life I've ever seen of a panda, I don't even think they are real animals. I think that it's just a man in a suit. And I'm being 100% serious when I say that. Every video I've seen of a panda, it genuinely looks like men in hyper-realistic suits. So if we're talking about that, obviously he's in a suit, so the suit would have some damage, like the claws and the suit. If I could take the head off, I'd just be fighting a man. I'd be fighting a bloke. You know what? I'd say, just for the sheer size, I'd get a few hits in, but I would ultimately lose. Even if it is a man in a costume, which it is, the sheer height of the man and the weight would crush me. Okay, what's this? A ferret? Now, very agile. It would run around me several times. I think he'd get a few hits in, but I'd win. Maybe a bite of the neck. But yeah, no, I think I'd win. I think I'd have a good chance on that one. It's a small rodent. Okay, a silverback gorilla. Now, again, much like the rhino, I don't think there is a single person on Earth that is coming out alive in a fight against a gorilla. No chance. I'd be too scared to even fight it. Okay, an orangutan. An orangutan is a sort of large, muscular, hairy man times 10. I've heard stories of chimps that have flipped people's faces off. I don't know how a chimp compares, but it's game over. I'd give it a go. I'd definitely try. I wouldn't be... I mean, I would be scared to fight it, but I'd give it a go. But I'd get torn to shreds. It would be game over. Okay, this thing. Now, realistically, that could be anything. I can't see the head. I don't know if it has antlers or not. I don't know what this is. If it's a deer, let's say that this thing doesn't have antlers. I can't tell. I can't open the image large. Oh, That is not the image. Okay, judging that this thing, let's say that this thing has no antlers. I'm not entirely sure what it is. It might be a deer. It might be an elk. I'm not entirely sure. It might be I don't know. But this thing, if it doesn't have antlers, then this thing is basically a horse, realistically. A horse with longer legs. I think if it got on top of me, I'm done. But I think I might have a chance. I think that's a 50-50. Okay, a shark. A great white shark, potentially. I'd be too scared to fight it. I just would. It's underwater. It's a shark. They have a stigma of attacking humans and winning. It's game over. Okay, an elephant. I'd be too scared to fight it. I just would. I know it's a cop-out. I know this category is a cop-out. But if you're seeing an elephant that's that large, what are you doing? There's no point even trying. It's a waste of time. Alone, do you know what? That's a good point. It's even too much of a waste of time to even try to fight it. Never mind me being too scared. My time would be better spent doing something else than trying to fight an elephant. I would be dead. Okay, a snake. Now, this is where my animal knowledge actually fails me, because judging by that snake, if it's poisonous, plays a big role into if I would win or not. I used to watch a lot of the TV program Snakes in the City, if you've ever watched that. It's wait, no, it's not called Snakes in the City. It's called Snake City. That's the one. Snake City. It's great. It's a great watch. It's basically a bloke that goes around and retrieves huge fuck-off snakes from different locations. And most of them are mambas. Mambas, as he says. Mambas. I'm not entirely sure what this is. It's green with yellow eyes. I mean, let's see what we got. Green snake, yellow eyes. The Australian green snake, potentially. Anybody that's good with snakes, let me know what this breed is in the comments. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna act as if it is poisonous. Realistically, the person that's created this list, I'm imagining it most likely is poisonous. Honestly, with a snake, I think I've watched enough Snake City that it's probably boost my chances. You know, you grab the head. Once you get the head, you've got a lot of control. I'd say it's a complete 50-50 whether I would win or lose. I think if I get hold of the head and get good control of the snake, I stand a pretty good chance. If not, it bites me and I'm dead. And the thing with the snake is, even if I win the fight, if it bites me, I will die eventually if I don't get some sort of antidote. Okay, a starfish. I mean, do they even attack? Maybe they do. Maybe I'm being incredibly naive here. Maybe there's something about a starfish that I'm overlooking here. I think I could beat the shit out of Patrick, so I think I'm winning that one. Okay, a crocodile, potentially alligator. I think it's a crocodile. I'm pretty sure it's a crocodile. If it's an alligator, then I look like an idiot. But a crocodile, I'd be too scared to even fight that. These things are so scary. Have you seen the videos where they come out of the water or they're sat on the bank? I think even seeing a crocodile, especially after playing Red Dead 2, my fear of them. I mean, on Red Dead 2, they're incredibly scary. Never mind in the real world. There's no chance. And the death roll, I think that might be an alligator thing. But you know where they grab your arm and they roll? I'm not fighting it. Okay, a horse. Again, much like a zebra, very similar. Horses are very, very powerful. One kick and you're sort of done for. I get a few hits in, but I'd lose. With a horse, I'd lose. Okay, a cheetah. Now, I feel like a cheetah isn't as intimidating as a lion or a tiger. But those claws and those teeth, I'd give it a go, but I'd die. I'd get torn to shreds. Okay, a clownfish. Yeah, that one's just in there because one grab, done. I'd even swallow it just for a bit of pizzazz. Okay, a cat. Now, cats can be very vicious. And if they get near your face, again, I would not want to harm a cat or a kitten in any way. But if it came down to it, and I had to, I think with a cat, if it gets on your face or near your face, it's game over. I think it'd be a close one, but I'd win, I think. Okay, an octopus. Now, I feel like I wouldn't really want to fight an octopus just because it's gross. I'd be too scared of the octopus. I don't even mean fighting it. They're just scary. It would win anyway. It just would win. Haven't they got like 3 hearts or 2 hearts? Or they've got multiple hearts. It's like Minecraft. Once I'd attacked it, I'd have to sort of attack it again. Like a boss fight. You know, like in God of War when they sort of heal. Like you defeat a boss and then they heal back up to 4. I'd smash it and I'd think it was dead. And then its heart would just regain and it would just fill up again. But yeah, I most definitely am losing on that one. Yeah, I mean, it's got multiple hearts. It's quite literally got multiple lives. But then again, the cat has multiple lives. See, I'd have to defeat the cat 9 times. I could hit it. I could get the cat, but then it would just get up and start fighting again. 9 times. I mean, and the chance that within those 9 times, if the first time it didn't get my face, the second time it most likely would. If it didn't on the second, it would on the third. It's got 9 lives. But no, the octopus, I'd be too scared to even fight it. And if I did, I would lose. Okay, so a crab. It would get a few hits in, but I'd win. It would pincer me, it would grab my finger, it would hurt a lot, but get it off, get the job done. Okay, a dog. Now, just like to preface, this one pays me the most. I'm an avid dog lover. I love any dog. If I go on a walk, I will stop to look at every dog that passes by. I have 2 dogs myself. They are very adorable. I would never want to harm a dog, but if it came down to it, I might have to. Again, this one's a broad spectrum because a dog can mean very many things. As you see from this image, a cute little golden retriever, Labrador. If that's the case, if it's a puppy, you're probably winning very easily. But if it's a Rottweiler, I would almost be too scared to fight. But I gave the wolf a go, so I'd give the Rottweiler a go. I think with this one, it's a 50-50 chance that I would win or lose, depending on the breed, depending on the size. Okay, a peacock, just a fancy bird, isn't it? It would get a few hits in, but I'd win. It would most definitely win on style points. If it was a fight on which one looked the most fashionable, it would win, but I would win. A sheep. I would be very intrigued to see, it's like I said earlier, I would love, a lot of these animals, I would be very interested to see how they would attack if they were on the mission to defeat you. Like, how would a clownfish show anger? I don't know. I'd be interested to see how a sheep would attack. It would mostly be biting. I think with a sheep, it would get a few hits in, but I would win. Okay, now a swan. Now, believe it or not, I have actually been attacked by a swan. I haven't... Oh, no, it was a goose. Never mind. Disregard that last comment. These things are very vicious. They hiss. Their neck is very strong. I think it's the same thing that they can break your arm with their neck. It's a 50-50. If it breaks my arm, I'm done for. But I think it's a 50-50. Okay, an owl. I mean, for a start, have you seen what baby owls look like? That's horrifying. An owl, I'm not entirely clued up on owls, but I imagine they have very sharp talons. It would be a close one. I think maybe I'd do an owl in. Okay, a whale. No, I'm not fighting a whale. I can barely tread water. Never mind fight a whale. Okay, a seal. Not a sea lion. I think it is a seal. Now, I feel like it would drag me under the water. I'd get a few hits in, but I'd lose. I'd get a few slaps, but that blubber is, you know, it'd be like a... It'd be a little slap. It would do me in, I think. And it's got sharp teeth. Okay, a mallard. A mallard duck. Now, my favourite animal. Actually, well, it's a cross, but not a cross between a monkey and a duck. That would be an interesting. But I was going to say it's a cross joint top monkey and ducks for me are my favourite animals. If any of you were wondering, a duck, sadly, as much as I would like to, I think it'd be a no-brainer. Okay, a cow. I'm sure there's many people that have perished to cows in the past. They give us milk, they give us beef, but with my bare hands, I think I get a few hits in, but I would lose. It would trample me or bite me or something, or I'd get some sort of disease. Okay, a dolphin. I'd give it a go, and I'd get a few hits in, but I would lose. Dolphins are far too intelligent. The brain of that animal is the thing that would, you know, that would scare me the most. The intelligence, it would drag me down. I mean, there's videos of dolphins retrieving people's phones for them, doing tricks and shit. And I think the Navy SEALs use dolphins, or maybe they use seal. I don't know. Dolphins, they're far too intelligent. It would do something to kill me. It would know. It would think, okay, here's Joe. He's got hay fever. Let me drag him through a field of flowers. Or something. It would take one look at me, analyze my weaknesses, and use them against me. Okay, a goat. It might actually kill me. I think with a goat, they've got their little horns. If they punctured you with a horn, again, it's not as damaging as an antler. I think an antler, it could get you, you know, you're on top of it. But with the horns, I think it would do just some piercing damage. You know, like D&D. Piercing damage. I think with a goat, a few pushes, and it's done. It would be a close one, but I'd win. And with that, we're done. We defeated the tier list. My logic on this has been very broken, but... this is my list, guys. If you want to screenshot it and mock me, then feel free. For anybody that doesn't know, from the main channel that's come over here and you're not aware, we have a Discord, I have a Twitter, Shorts, and TikTok, but they're all linked below. So if you guys want to come in and discuss in the Discord about your tier list or make your own, be my guest. Also, guys, I would love to hear in the comments your views, what snake breed this is, and all the facts I got wrong. Feel free to completely correct me. I'll be the butt of your guys' jokes. It's been great, and expect a lot more content on this channel. It's a lot more chill. Stuff like this is super fun to me. The main channel now is very much big projects. There's a huge project I'm working on that I am really, really, really excited to put out there. It'll be a few months, but bear with me. If you want to see more of me, then click the sub button, I guess. You know, hang around on the second channel. Much more chill stuff around here. Just sort of stuff to tide you along whilst the main channel's going on. But I've got some cool ideas for this channel. Much bigger as well. We'll be getting out and filming stuff with cameras. It won't all be sat down stuff. I wanted to do a first little introduction video, a nice little sit down tier list. You can't go wrong. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, guys, smack it a like. Why not? Give the channel a sub. We're nearly at 10k. Who knows? By the time this video is out, we might be at 10k. If so, thank you. But yeah, it's been great fun, and I'll see you guys around. And with all of that said, goodbye.